You have your own theory.
You've seen my it's out there. You've seen my videos of me making passes despite being 7 foot.
I wouldn't say
270
passes.
pounds.
I'd say pass.
Relax.
I'd say
Okay,
pass.
fine. I mean, 1 is better than 0. You're 4 foot. Sawa. Naim, check out now. We're recording and just
5'6".
No, round off. You're closer to 4 than 6.
5'6". I'm closer to 6 than 5, man.
No, you're closer
Think
to
about
4 than 5.
5'4".
5'6".
5'4".
Oh, because you also have 5'11".
Yeah.
Shit.
Now, thing is, you should be able to pass better than someone as tall as me.
Okay.
Because 1, you see the ball fast.
How?
Like your distance from
From
your
the
eyes
ball.
to the ball is longer than me. Like you will see the ball. Does that make sense?
I get it. Like how Messi is the greatest footballer of all time.
The reason why
Because of his height.
the reason why he can pass
And
is because
Iniesta,
he's short.
Xavi, Santi Cazorla.
Tell me a tall player 6-7 foot like me who can pass.
Paul Pogba.
Where is he now?
On his day, though. So it depends.
Exactly.
How tall he feels that
Even
day.
me, I don't pass every day.
Yeah, it's true.
You only pass
You
on
s-
your day.
On that day.
On that day.
That day, and we have the evidence.
That day was his day.
Even Pogba, we have evidence on that day.
Fair enough. Shit theory, though. Unlike mine, which was proven correct. But we'll get to it in a bit. Let's do the intros. Fourth. First. And then we have
with
the
a game in
others.
hand. No, we're joint third with a game in hand.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, but before we get into the table and what that looks like, why haven't we invited Chiari, Eric, Lotan, any of those guys?
I mean,
Because their teams didn't win.
it's tough hearing people moan every single time.
I don't know, man. I feel like why don't
it's
they have the
tiring.
metal, bro? Why
It's
don't they have the
tiring.
metal? I was here, bro. All the time I was crying. 3 weeks in a row I was bottom of the table in 4K.
In 4K.
In 4K I showed up every single week, man. Defending Arteta.
I mean,
Why don't they have the
we
metal?
were
bro? These are
mostly
title challengers, no title winners,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
no, but you were taking it. You know how to take it.
That's kind of pause.
This guy had us convinced that Cedric was a good signing. You know.
I didn't say that.
You said
Well,
that.
I-
You said he
you
was a
could-
good signing, man.
I said he was
I don't have to
decent.
say Anze Apple.
He helped us in sometimes. But we are back. Unfortunately, some of the other lads couldn't make it for some kind of shady reasons. But we'll allow them to take a break. Maybe they do need a break. It's mental torture, to be fair.
I mean, Kiari has watched 60 games last season. He needs a break.
He is a prick.
Fatigue also. The fans are feeling
Fans are
the
going through
fatigue.
it. You know, like
It's true. Fair enough. Saddam, Naeem, welcome back to the show.
What up,
and,
man?
all you league leaders, my fellow Arsenal fans, welcome. What a great day.
Now
What a great day.
I think we have to redo that.
In the famous words of Ian Wright, it's a great day, it's a great day.
yeah, you know, it's beautiful because these clips would be gold in 2 months.
They're gonna trend.
Anyway, the funny thing is, by the time we play, after our game on Sunday,
He said by the time.
By the time-
listen to me.
Sounds
Sounds
to me.
like Chiari.
One.
Sounds like
Listen-
Chiari is right here.
No. I'm not.
By the time.
Mine is Sunday, not 3 months from now.
No, to be fair, right now, it seems like he kept saying 3 months from now, but he actually just kept pushing it by 2 weeks. There was the Tottenham game, then the Liverpool game, then there's his Wapi game.
Spurs
He just
game.
kept- yeah, Spurs.
Yeah.
Spurs is Tottenham.
By Sunday, what time is our game? What time is our game on Sunday?
7:30 p.m. By the way, we are going to be at the Bottle Top again. Thank you so
Nice
much for
segue.
showing up. Yeah. So yeah, we're going to be at the Bottle Top at Muligari Gardens in Lavington. Brevo snaked us, but he's not going to snake us this time because he knows, or rather he thinks his team is going to win. He thinks his team is going to win. So yeah, anyway,
So
we'll see you guys next
tentatively,
week.
by 9:30, you guys will be 3 points behind, in front of us.
9.
7:30, 9:30.
By the time
Maybe
the game-
No,
9
I'm
because
saying 9
maybe
points.
By the
Not
time-
I'm saying 9 points.
How many points are you guys
we are
ahead
9
of us?
points
Nine
now.
points now.
We're winning.
Now you're 9.
Yeah.
You're beating Crystal Palace 6. We're beating
Yeah,
them.
and then it'll go back to 9 when we beat you
So
guys.
it's 3 with a game in hand. They have a game. I mean, to be fair, they have a game.
Anyway,
in hand.
before we start doing predictions, let's go back and rewind it a little bit.
Let's recap it.
Let's rewind it because early kickoff, and I don't know, man. I think Ogopa early kickoff has to be like the most real thing in the world ever. because the smaller team beat the big team unexpectedly, even for Naeem.
We had more
unexpectedly.
chances then.
Saddam, I want to congratulate you for having the conviction that your team was going to win. Whereas others who have been United fans for longer did not.
I don't blame him though.
You did not.
I don't blame him. I don't
Right,
expect everyone to have the grit and the vision that I have.
Right.
Grit.
So
Grits. I don't know where the grit came from.
I mean, it's grit. I gotta use big
No,
words.
to be fair, it's grits because he had to show grits when Jack Grealish scored.
By the way, Jack Grealish thought he won the game, man. That was hilarious. He really thought he was that guy, man.
He celebrated a goal. Big deal.
No, we're talking about
Nah,
how.
he thought he had won it, bro. You saw that celebration?
Yeah, we're talking about you now.
I was talking about Jack Grealish.
No, we'll get there. We'll get to Grealish. We're talking about how you don't have faith
Shit.
in Ten Hag.
No, I have faith. I just didn't have faith in that.
You don't have the
particular-
Cojones.
In that particular fixture.
Cojones.
No.
The Cojones.
You don't have the Cojones?
Cojones, man. Cojones.
The Cojones.
Can I tell you something? I'll tell you a funny story. This is supposed to add more to the lack of Cojones. We were discussing it in the car ride here.
Bro, these are state
confidence.
secrets, man.
Said in confidence. There's no such thing as confidence. I'm a snitch. Anyway,
Let's go.
So
That's the last
I was
car
like,
ride
hey,
I'm
you
giving
guys
man."
won, you know? It's a huge result for you guys. You guys beat Man City. And then he was like, oh yeah, and then you guys beat Tottenham. I was like, yeah. But I was trying to angle the fact that we're playing United this Sunday. So for both of us to have won the derby in our own city to make a statement, we did, which sets up the game against United on Sunday fantastically.
Yeah, it does.
But you know how this guy responded? He
Let
said,
me
"Ah,
guess.
because-"
Let me guess.
Huh.
Let me guess.
Go for it. I'll let you.
He'll say that Arsenal might still win because.
No.
No, I didn't even
You're
talk
going
about
in far.
Arsenal.
He
I didn't even talk about
He wasn't even
Arsenal.
talking about Arsenal.
Okay.
He was like, you know what that does for us? It gives us another 5 point gap on Tottenham. So he's not looking forward.
That's even worse.
He's looking
Oh
back.
my god.
Nah, I'm just being realistic, you know. As Ten Hag said,
Oh my god.
the fans.
killing
Ten Hag
me.
said the fans can dream, yeah. But
Why not dreaming?
No, but us staff members, Manchester United staff members, our feet are on the ground. We're taking it game by game. So what I was telling him,
Give me next see Sunday.
need Crystal
Ni
Palace.
Wednesday.
Yes, that's what I was
Yes.
telling
I
him,
like the way
bro.
you
I was
think,
telling him,
man.
chill, bro. We have to still beat Crystal
Do you know
Palace.
how bad
And then-
Palace are? They lost to Chelsea.
Nah, they lost to Chelsea, but it's still an away game. It's still Patrick
Funny
Vieira.
enough.
I'm hoping for Patrick
Funny
Vieira to do
enough,
something.
Palace
He's
is
just saying to
still
the boys out.
It's still with Zaha.
No.
It's still Olise. It's still all
They
these
played
guys.
really
To be
well.
fair, he's
So-
saying they played really well, and they did. I was watching the game.
Yeah, I
They
watched the
actually
game
played
as well.
decent.
Yeah, I watched the game as well. man.
You are less than
But
lucky.
what a game, man! First of all, let's get into the lineups. I had doubts over Luke Shaw at centre back.
And I told you what? I told you Kalma, man. I told you Luke Shaw knows his thing, man. And more importantly, I told him Ten Hag knows his thing as well.
It was a tactical thing. I was surprised,
But you said,
but
sorry, Saddam, but you said
Yep.
that he added him for his line-breaking passes. I didn't really see that much from him.
Plus, also his
He
defense.
just kept passing to Casemiro, which is good. I'm not saying that's wrong. He did his job. But tactically, it was good because if Lisandro Martinez can't give you the 90 minutes, then your next best option is
I think
someone who doesn't
Luke
play
Shaw,
centre-back.
Luke Shaw has played centre back against Bournemouth, and I think he played in the Carling Cup.
this is a third game.
Yeah, third game. This one was his easiest game at left back.
In previous seasons,
At centre back, sorry, his easiest game.
Fuck.
in previous seasons, he played as a third centre-back.
Yeah.
Which is completely different.
It's different, of course.
Completely different.
But to be fair, it's kind of the same because you have to mind Harry Maguire.
yes.
Yeah, because he would be right down the middle.
So
And
that
then Eric Dyer on the other side.
so in hindsight, he was playing in a 2-man.
Yeah, he's like the
Defense.
short Romero.
He was playing in a 2-man because he was playing with Maguire in the back three. Nice.
Yeah. The my take from that game is, I think Malacia is, he's the future.
He's Baba Yao.
He's okay. He played well. He didn't play those better players on the pitch for United, but I like how the fact that he doesn't care. You'll beat him. He won't.
Atarudi.
Usually once most defenders, someone like Trent, right? Once he's beaten and he's a baridi, and then he will no longer commit or he'll doubt himself.
Yeah, yeah.
The thing with Malacia is you'll beat him twice and he will win the ball the next 2 times. Like he doesn't care. You beat him once, he will recover and then still try and get the ball.
That's true.
That is what I like about him.
But at the same time, in as much as
anapenda Warabu sana pia lakini. I think we really need to research that because Mohamed Salah also pocketed. He went home with him in the pocket. On Saturday, Mahrez also. Kamfuko.
That's
It's an interesting theory.
interesting theory.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish
Bissaka.
you never said it, but appreciate it.
I've just seen a trend, you know.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Two is the trend for
Two
you.
more
Two
rubs.
sample points.
Two sample
is a
points. We're
trend.
just now waiting for the third one, and then we'll confirm it. All right, go on with what you're saying. Sorry, my
You'll
bad.
find another Marabu.
The other thing is Bissaka. Like almost every single player played really well. I think Eriksen was underwhelming Kidogo.
Yeah, Kidogo.
In terms of what we expect from him, but I think him and Martial were slightly below what we expected. But I feel like everyone else turned up. Casemiro turned up. Fred was really good. Fred did his job. It was a man mark, and I think KDB made like maybe 3-4 good passes.
I don't remember any
You
one
know,
of those.
you
No,
know.
one of the crosses.
I don't remember any one of those.
Okay, sorry. Go finish. I was just saying. I realized watching football with you is fun because every time Fred was making a tackle, I was sitting over here. Saddam was all over there. All I was hearing was "Mwanaume."
I mean, we were counting. We were like what? We were like leading 3-0 after halftime.
After halftime, bro.
So
Nice. Fred tackle number 1, Fred tackle number 2.
Yeah, man.
Aaron Bissaka tackle
yeah, he
number
did
one.
really well. And
Man, mark the
and
fuck out of that nigga, bro.
who else? I think we all know Rashford is the greatest
MBE.
MBE.
The greatest what?
Left wing in the league right now.
Right.
Who?
Who's better, bro?
Martinelli.
Let's be honest.
Martinelli.
Who's better,
Let's
bro?
be honest.
Martinelli.
There's no way I'm taking.
Martinelli.
That's a debate in and of itself.
It's no debate there, bro. Martinelli.
Yeah. This guy's form started after the World
Can we
Cup.
even talk about
Please.
stats first of all, bro?
Martinelli's been there from the beginning.
Nah, he hasn't. He
Owning,
didn't even-
terrorizing defenses.
Yeah.
Nah,
Bottom
nah.
line is, I feel like we dominated every aspect of the game.
No, okay, not every aspect.
Relax. It's tactical. We didn't need to sit with the ball.
So then you didn't dominate the ball.
No, it's tactical.
Yeah, but you said
If you're intentionally,
I'm cherry picking,
if you're
I'm cherry picking
listen,
here. Fair
if
enough,
you're
yeah,
intentionally trying to go for the counter, are you gonna stay with the ball?
Nope.
No, you will. And we had more attacks. We had
These
more shots on target.
These are very good counter-attacking
Haaland had what?
performance.
Two touches in the D.
Yeah.
Maybe 3.
Foden.
Garnacho
Are
had
you
more
surprised?
touches. Garnacho had more touches in our box than the whole Man City team.
I wonder why.
What? It can't be a win-win for you because now you said that. So now regardless.
Wait, I didn't say anything. What are you saying?
No, we're not
What are you
saying-
suggesting?
He's not saying anything.
No.
either.
Listen, point is that was a one-off performance by Haaland. I think he'll come back strong next time.
And score 3.
Especially
right?
against Arsenal.
Yeah.
Hopefully against Tottenham first.
No, bro, he can score 50 goals against Tottenham. Tottenham is shit.
Let's get into Man City actually because they were a bit static and boring to watch. The football was dead. They had the ball, but they did fuck all.
I think from an entertainment value, we no longer care about possession. We don't care about Rodri having 500 passes. Those things are not interesting. Spain in the World Cup, for example, it was freaking annoying. Like we'd rather have teams that are trying to attack, direct, slightly more direct.
So I saw a stat about the possession, like you guys were talking about, and it was basically describing the fact that whenever City have been successful, like in the previous seasons, most of their possession has been in the midfield and beyond. But the last like 4 or 5 games, Akanji and Ake, but it was Akanji and someone else before, Stones,
Yeah.
have had most of the possession, more than the midfielders, and they're just recycling it at the back.
Yeah. And I think
It's dead.
I think it was Ten Hag knew the fact that he put 3 midfielders. Like having Casemiro, Fred, and Eriksen as like 3 guys, and obviously Fred was moving with KDB all the time.
Yeah.
I think he knew that just outside our box, that's the area that we have. Man City cannot dominate. Like they'd rather go slightly on the wings or at the back. Like that's just in front of our bottom our half. I think that was the intention, having that, packing that mid. Because also, I think when Bruno started coming in the midfield, it was so easy for us.
Okay, but
Lots of
in as
overloads.
much as you guys put in a real Man United traditional counter-attacking performance, at the end of the day, I also think Man City have a lot of problems. They're very static. someone added on to my theory from last week, suggesting that one of the things that Haaland is struggling with, right, is he doesn't have runners on his side. Before, if he was playing with Man City last season, he would most likely have a Raheem Sterling, right, and a Mahrez Foden, or
Bernardo.
a Jesus and a Mahrez Foden. You get? Because there will be more runners off the ball. Right now, they don't have that, which means their attack is very static. Haisongi. Look at the way they even tried to link up in midfield. There wasn't much coming off. Haaland kept dropping down, right? But the most he could do was take a touch and keep it moving.
Yeah, he would drop down and then no one would cover any space. It was like an
nobody
easy.
would make any
It was
runs.
so
No,
easy.
it was
Like he
so
goes back and then
obvious.
khalas, nothing, no effect.
Mahrez, Jack Grealish, and Foden just kept holding the width. They didn't really do much else with it. So it was a very boring game by Man City. But at the same time, this is not a new thing. This isn't the first time they've been beaten by a smaller side. Brentford also beat them 2-1.
Bro, shut up, man.
Brentford also beat them 2-1. You know, Everton got a result away from home. So it just shows there's an easier way to play against Man City this season than there was last season. And it goes back to my genius.
Yeah, can I also just say, I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion, but every time I've watched Haaland in this City team, I'm like, he'd do better at United. Even just our style of football and the style of player he is and the players we have. I just feel as our number 9, with Rashford on one side,
Can you explain why?
Anthony on one side.
Can you
Because of the
explain
style
why?
of football, like we're all about the through ball. We're very direct in transitions. Instead of
Well, yeah, we-
gonna
we are
recycle
way
the ball
more-
4 or
It's more
5
similar
times.
Maybe to Dortmund.
Yeah,
We're more direct.
we're more direct. than
But see, the
City.
thing is also, like,
Even
we
at
have to
Arsenal,
be
he'd
realistic.
do fantastic.
We
Because you
can't-
guys are also direct.
Okay, despite all of this, he scored 20 goals. So,
Tap it.
21, right? He scored 21 goals after about 15 games, 16 games, right?
Yeah.
Man City, like, I feel like something changed along the way because we played against them. They scored 6 past us.
Yeah.
It was the same,
Yes.
like it was Foden scored
Well,
a
to
hat
be
trick.
honest, that time you guys were in shambles. You were in
No,
shambles.
fair enough.
You were
No,
in shambles.
ni sawa.
Eriksen had a blinder. Or is it, how do you say it?
No, yeah, he made-
blinder. Blinder's a good
Casemiro
game.
didn't start.
Yeah,
Casemiro didn't play.
You said that McTominay should start, I remember.
No, he should have started both.
Meritocracy.
Should have
Yeah,
started
no, I
both.
remember meritocracy.
Nah, he should have started both.
No,
man.
he's not meritocracy.
There wasn't enough midfielders.
I remember.
There wasn't enough midfielders.
Bro,
It
you've
wasn't
been
even
taking-
about Casemiro or
You don't
taking
have,
Scott,
the
bro.
more W's we take, the more L's you're taking.
Weird, huh?
Weird.
Very weird.
I don't know when this became a duo, bro.
Yeah,
we
because-
support the same team. Man.
Imagine
we support
after
the same team.
when
Saddam.
I've been saying this.
Yeah, but
And
he hasn't
I'm-
had. No, you support the same thing,
Yeah.
the same
Team,
team,
yeah.
but he hasn't had your support ever since the season started.
I'm trying
Serious
now.
enough,
I'm trying.
You can't support me now.
I'm trying to support you, bro.
When we up, they call us back. Nah, shut up, bro.
Zoom has been supporting us more than
I've
you.
never seen
Zoom.
Astaghfirullah, bro.
Yo,
This marriage should be ended right now.
Yo,
man.
but that win is massive, massive, because you went 3-4 games where you were beating relegation battlers, right? And yes, you didn't dominate the game. And yes, there's a trend with Man City, I get it. But in a game where nothing else mattered more than the results, that's all that mattered. You got the results. So it shows in other games where nothing else matters, when you go Liverpool away, when you go Arsenal away, you can do something.
Something
Yeah.
else.
You can when you go where? Chelsea? Did you already play Chelsea? right?
Yeah, we do.
There'll be tough places to go. Newcastle. When you go Newcastle away, there'll be tough places to go, and you're gonna play on the counter against the most defensive side in the world. But still, like you'll get the results.
Yeah, something else that I also noticed.
Astaghfirullah, man.
This is how just ignore it.
This
What
the
can
guy.
we do?
No,
Ako
this the
number
guy.
one.
This the guy you're siding with.
Ako
yeah?
number one. What can we do?
You literally can't do shit.
Yeah.
It's diminishing our
Listen,
whole
let's
like
take whatever
football.
let's take whatever we can. Let's move
style,
on.
man. Not, yeah, counter attack.
Oh, I love it.
Like Odegaard didn't score yesterday on the counter, man.
That was a counter.
That was a
bro.
counter.
They cleared it,
Yeah,
won it back, passed it around,
counter
scored.
attack, bro. What do you mean?
Well, that is a
Anyway,
good transition.
We'll get into it.
Something else.
Oh, no, good transition, bro.
Oh,
I like it. Sometimes
yeah,
important,
well, a
bro.
good transition.
Oh,
The thing,
that's
something else. Listen, that you probably would have noticed because you've been supporting Arsenal for long.
Yes, yeah.
Supporting.
Going 1-0, going a goal down against City, and then pulling a comeback.
Yeah, that's huge.
That for me, that is better than if you just won outright 1-0 or 2-0, because it shows something. Before that, how many games we've seen? A game against Brighton, Brentford, and Man City. Those are the first 3 big losses, right?
Those are the only losses this season
Plus
in the
also
Premier League.
Aston Villa as well, but most of those games when we concede one goal, the second and third come so fast. Like we just lose something in the middle.
Because it's like you'd rather not score first against Man City because then
Yes.
we're gonna come back. It's weird. I know it's not the case, right?
What?
But like.
Wallah,
If
it
you score
makes sense.
first,
Wallah, it
if you
makes
score
sense.
first,
And don't score
they
early.
come back. Yeah, don't score
Don't make
early.
a mistake.
It has to be late. It has to be late because the way you guys got them, right? I think they were just being their Man City selves, coming back to score another one. Confirm the game.
Considering it was like a
But then, to be fair to Man City, there was a bit of controversy on that goal.
oh, that is so sweet.
That's why I loved it so much, man.
Of course. No, listen.
Because that goal shouldn't have
Listen.
stood. That goal, wallahi,
Sunona.
it shouldn't have stood.
No, but it's true, Saddam.
No, it
So
should
no,
have.
No,
it
it
shouldn't
should not
have,
have
bro.
stood.
It shouldn't
It should not
have.
have stood.
If you know football, it shouldn't have stood.
Yeah.
He didn't-
But
he didn't-
the fact
he
that
didn't-
it stood and the fact that was the changing, that changed the tide,
And it's a derby.
I'm all for it, bro.
And it's a derby.
That
and
just
it's-
shows-
it lit up, that controversial goal lit up Old Trafford.
Old Trafford.
It did.
And that just shows United is back because the refs are back on our side, bro.
Bro, you can't guarantee.
Did you see the six, the Kalasingas in the stadium?
Yeah.
Bro, we're back. Man. Front row and center.
Nice.
There was a time they came back, we won, and then wakapotea. We need to.
That's when we signed Ronaldo and they knew Zoom said any bad vibes. They chucked.
Well, to be fair though, those are exactly the kind of goals I want to score against my rivals. Yeah, okay, a nice 30-yard screamer.
No, not some mistake by
18-yard
Loris.
No.
Ugh.
An 18-yard
Yeah,
pass.
it's gonna
An 18-yard pass or something.
describe Odegaard's
18-yard,
goal.
18 passing move or some shit. That's all brilliant. It's beautiful, of course.
You want someone to
But the
complete-
shot that goes in off like Rashford's butt, then Bruno's ears or some shit, and then De Gea's right foot and it goes in. I'm gonna celebrate the fuck out of that goal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at you at bottle top and be like, "Fuck you!" I don't give a shit.
And then the fact that it was Bruno,
Yeah.
I think was also a part of the reason why we were given. Because if it was anyone else, they wouldn't have
been like,
they wouldn't have gone to start
Bruno alienda na
shouting.
conviction,
Alienda
wewe bao.
kushout
I'll
at
give
the-
me a
at
lights
the-
on, yeah.
Yeah, bro. That's what my cousin used to tell me all the time, bro. Actually, don't ever let them doubt you. Just go to them and
And
show
as a
them you're
man,
there.
as
bro.
a man, always deny.
Yeah, always
Deny.
Always deny, bro. Although that's strictly around football. Anyway, so yeah, 3 points, huge. So that means you guys are how many points off City now?
2 points.
1 point.
1 point.
one.
Yeah, 1 point.
And you played them twice. Brilliant. That's huge.
We've shared.
There is something I want to mention. One United fan mentioned to me, your fixture schedule between now till Feb 4th is Kidogo intense.
Yeah, it is.
Like you have Carabao, you have an FA Cup game as well.
Charlton. Playing Charlton in Carabao.
Charlton, right?
Carabao in FA Cup.
Carabao is Nottingham, I think.
Carabao
Carabao
is
is
Nottingham.
yeah. Charlton FA Cup, and there's some other fixtures there with league leaders Arsenal.
The one that I'm really like looking out for is the Barca game because I was watching Barca versus Real Madrid this weekend. Subhanallah.
Hey, bro, I remember telling guys Barca is going to knock United out. They're like, they're
No,
not
no,
even-
but I think
they're
it's gonna be-
struggling. They're struggling. But then I just looked at the way they played, and I was like, these guys.
I
are
already
struggling.
see. I'll tell you how we win.
On the counter.
Yeah.
One
Fair
time, yeah.
They're
That's
so
what
naive.
I was
I
going to
can't
say.
negate it.
That's what I was gonna say.
Literally happened 2 days ago. I'm not gonna deny it. I mean, there's banter.
No, but that's
then you have
facts.
to
So
be
like
real at some
when
point.
you want to play teams that are very good, like they have De Jong, Busquets, Gavi, Pedri. Like you don't fight to possess the ball when you're playing against such players. You just
Especially if you have
kind of ball,
Eriksen and Fred.
kind of ball. We know what to do
And Casemiro.
because I mean the centre backs are kind of shit.
Fair enough. Anyway,
But
we'll get to the Europa League when
we
the
got-
time comes.
Yeah, we have a
We'll
formula
get ahead of
nowadays.
it.
We have a formula to beat
Right now,
small
you-
teams like you.
No,
We have
you
one of the
guys have
big
to
teams
try and
like Man
fight
City.
Palace first. First deal with Palace. Then you come to the league leaders at the Emirates. Unbeaten there, by the way.
Actually, we'll do it from Palace straight to London. We're not even resting.
Straight to London.
Straight.
From Palace,
But it's in London.
Huh?
straight to
Palace,
London.
Palace is in London. bro.
Really? Yeah,
So,
So I'm good.
so we're gonna stay.
Anyway.
We're staying.
It's time to talk about the North London derby.
There's not much to talk
Honestly,
about, man. That was like one of
The
the, most
North
underwhelming
London
games of the
derby, mate.
weekend, man.
Huge game. Huge game with huge permutations
It's
for the
past.
league.
It's past though.
Huge, considering Arsenal haven't won there in the better part of a decade.
That's because you
Huge
guys are just
because
being
we
bullshit
knew.
whack,
Huge
bro.
because we
Who hasn't
knew.
won at Spurs, bro? Can you call yourself a big team if you've not won at that stadium?
Huge, because we knew Harry Kane was about to
Yeah,
get
he's
his
talking
inevitable penalty.
talking about
Huge,
Spurs
because
like
we
it's-
knew
like it's Real
those
Madrid.
guys have just beaten Crystal Palace 4-0. Huge, because Saddam and Naeem said that our title challenge will wither away,
I didn't say
beginning
that.
with Tottenham.
I didn't say that.
Sorry, Kjaer, Eric, Brevo, Akil,
I said you're slapping Spurs.
Frankie the Brand. Is it brand or brand? Like bread?
Like wheat brand.
Yeah.
Like cereal.
Because I don't see the D sometimes.
It's brand.
For sure. So, but yeah, all these guys, all you guys said our league challenge will wither away. Yet here we are, 9 points clear of Man City. No,
9 points of us.
United, 8 point clear of Man City. And we still have to play them twice, which means Apo Shuabet, 3-0, I think, right?
You're
We
betting
can
Man
say
City
that.
3-0.
Ah, bro.
The thing is, these are all very
Yeah, let me tell
clippable clips.
Wait,
right
you're
now.
betting Man City 3-0. Just say
3-0.
it.
Bro, I've been here for
Look at the camera and say it.
At it twice.
Look at the camera and
I've
say
been here
it.
for 3 years. Everything I've said is clippable. And I've come back to be right. Just last week, I was clippable.
Oof, Mudrik.
I never said
Yeah,
that.
you said you were about to say Mudrik, bro.
But what a performance. First of all, Arsenal right now are giving me Liverpool vibes. Remember the team that finished with underlying stats?
Leicester.
Liverpool.
More Leicester.
Underlying stats.
Or Milan Serie A last season.
Or more
Young
Leicester
players.
because it's a team that's top that shouldn't be top. Because everyone else is being shit right now.
Yeah.
More Leicester like, Sindo.
More Leicester than
So you guys have been
right
shit
now.
as well?
Because Liverpool had just won the Champions League.
We're in
Relax.
transition, bro.
City
Liverpool-
or shit?
City or shit.
Newcastle shit.
You said your shit.
Newcastle shit.
Newcastle.
They've only lost one
Newcastle,
game.
this is their
They've
first
only lost
season.
one game.
This is their first season in the
They've
top
only
half,
lost
bro.
one game.
Zoom.
Their shit,
Listen,
bro.
wait,
One game.
This is
They're
a-
owned by Arabs. This is their first season owned by
This
Arabs.
season is as weird as a COVID season because things are happening on the table that shouldn't be happening. Why is Newcastle third? Why is Arsenal first?
Yeah, and why is United fourth?
United have been top 4 contenders for the last
Shut
3
up.
seasons,
No,
bro.
the thing is,
Shut up,
Zoom,
shut up.
Zoom.
Now wait, hold on.
This can't be
No,
Liverpool.
this isn't your game. This is my game.
So-
I'm top of the table, not you. This is. I gave you your time. So, what a game, guys. Honestly,
It wasn't all that.
Tottenham are so shit, so shit, because Arsenal made them look so shit. Because Arsenal are so fucking good.
Lloris, man of the match.
The way we pass the ball around, the way we just pick players off, the way we dominated Harry Kane.
Lloris has M-Pesa, man.
Everywhere, dominated Harry Kane.
From Arteta.
Ridiculous. Party. Oh my God.
He played really well.
He almost did a Wanyama at Spurs.
Oof,
Nah, you
that
can
was-
tell that guy
That was
watches.
ridiculous.
You can tell that guy watches Casemiro tapes.
Martin Odegaard. Easily the most informed attacking midfielder in the league. Easily.
Yeah,
Connie
facts.
Bruno plays tennis. Oh.
You want to compare
No, but
stats?
that's facts.
Nah, Bruno is playing
No,
tennis
we
or
have to
what?
be realistic here. Odegaard is
No,
much better
Bruno,
than.
No, Bruno is playing
Bruno
tennis
is-
or what? Or volleyball. You can't just make a blanket statement
Playing
like
golf
that,
the
bro.
way he's spreading those two
Come
balls
on,
around,
man.
yeah,
Come
shit,
on,
man.
Come on, man.
Bruno has 3 goals, 3 assists. Odegaard has 5 assists, 8 goals. He's the highest scoring midfielder in the league right now. So let me know when Bruno comes back to play football.
I'll take Odegaard over KDB now.
Oh, bro, like
Over KDB?
yes.
Yeah, over KDB. KDB is in decline.
No, he's not. I think he's just.
in decline, bro.
That's what I said. Don't take my sentiments.
From
Anyway,
World Cup,
bro,
he's declining.
every time Saka attacked, it just looked like Tottenham were in trouble. Every time.
Against Sessegnon. Oh, wow.
It's ridiculous.
What?
man.
Sessegnon shouldn't even have that name, Sessegnon, man. Sessegnons are usually beef players, bro.
How many Sessegnons do you know, bro?
One from...
Shut the fuck up. Bro, Eddie Nketiah, unlucky not to score, but the amount of work, he was exactly like Gabriel Jesus. Misses chances, but he's defending. He's defending! Bro, Rambo, clearly the best keeper in the league.
Do you know who?
Clearly the best keeper in the
Yeah,
league.
he played really well.
What?
Yeah, he
Huge
got some-
saves. But then at that point, we got our 2-0. So, blistering start, played the ball around, and then we just did this.
Yeah.
You guys aren't short, but like short people have this issue when they're trying to fight, right? They just put their
You know, of
swinging.
course.
I don't know. I'm 5'6". I'm average. So the point is, we held them at arm's length. We made them look poor, and of course, yeah, they were gonna come back. They were gonna come back. Antonio Conte shouting in Italian, Franculo or some shit, Then they come back and try and play, but then they created half chances.
No, still, bro. Having Eric Dyer in your
Ridiculous,
team,
man.
having Lloris in your team, and they just give Lloris a new contract, I think.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I love it. I love it for them. Good for you guys.
Yeah, that's Spurs, bro.
Hugo Lloris, I've been saying this for the last 2 years. He should not have been in any combined 11, and I'm pretty sure you guys must have put him in.
Well, I don't think I don't rate
LLD
him at
combined
all.
11.
I don't
because
think anyone has selected Lloris for anything apart
Trust
from
me, I've
Deschamps,
seen it,
man,
I've
for
seen it.
France.
I've seen
Even
it.
the reason
Everyone
why
knows he's a Shimo,
the reason
man.
why he played the World Cup because Ani got an injury.
Mignon.
Yeah,
Mignon,
he got an injury.
Mignon.
Mignon.
Anyway, the point is Shimo, and it's just so obvious. But even that Odegaard goal, wow,
He could have
That
done
was
better.
a banger, man.
that was
No.
a banger.
He could have done better.
You know what that goal reminds me of?
Positioning.
You know what that goal reminds me of? Arsenal versus AC Milan,
Fabregas.
Champions League. That's what that goal reminds. From distance.
The Fabregas one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It was that.
It was far. It was outside the box.
The Fabregas one was slightly
A
far.
bit farther, yeah. But you had a shittier keeper.
I mean, we had Abiyati or something.
Or some shit. Anyway, huge. And listen, we were asked questions. We knew we made mistakes here before, and we cleared them.
We know how Spurs are shit. Why are you gloating over winning?
Because
against
Spurs can easily beat you guys as well. They can also easily beat
We beat them home and
Man
away last
City. You
season.
know why?
We beat them home and
You
away
know
last
why?
season.
Let me say
We beat
why.
them this season.
Let me say why. They're a moment's team because their front three can create chances out of nothing. Son,
That's
with that
that's a
chance
myth.
against Ramsdale,
Not
hold
Son
on.
nowadays.
That chance against Ramsdale, if he'd scored that, they
through ball.
equalized.
The through ball in the first half.
In the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
half, Ryan Sessegnon was the one who made the run and then he gave it to him. If he scores that, the crowd gets behind them. They start having more belief. They can do that. That's the thing. With Harry Kane, there was another one as well. The Ryan Sessegnon chance as well.
The save,
Like,
yeah. That
the
was a
save.
very
Like,
good
those are
save.
incredible saves, of course. But the fact is, when those chances get taken, the crowd carries the team and then they rally. That's how they make all their comebacks.
But not,
When they're
not,
2-0
in,
down
recent, not,
against
in, not in
Bournemouth,
recent times
when they're
against
3-2,
United.
2-0 down and then they win 3-2. Like, that's how they do it. No, I'm not saying recently. I'm not just saying about United. Just relax. I'm just saying that's the difference about the Tottenham front three and the rest of the team. It's shit. But the front three is so dangerous because they can create those chances and then turn the game on its head.
I thought that kid had a good game in midfield.
Apesar.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was decent.
But
No
then again,
idea
he
who
was
he is.
he was crowded, man. Like, particularly there was like 3-4 players on him.
Yeah, that's the system. It's an elite system by Arteta, wallah. It's actually incredible.
It's a 4-2-3-1, right?
It's a 4-3-3.
In possession.
No, that's just on the formation sheet. In possession, it's a 2-3-5.
Because
I'm not even
Zinchenko
joking.
comes into midfield.
Zinchenko and Ben White join party in a midfield three.
Yeah.
Those guys just swamp anyone, like just swarm you.
Yeah,
Comes up-
Odegaard just have free roll.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, Sunday is gonna be so interesting.
I
So
can't wait.
many,
I
so many
cannot
like
wait.
small plot lines and like little battles that have to be won. It's gonna be like Partey versus Casemiro. It's gonna be
Eriksen
Bruno
versus-
versus Odegaard.
It's gonna be the opposite.
Rashi versus Ben White. We know how that goes usually.
It's gonna be Odegaard versus Casemiro.
Yeah.
No, in terms of like,
and then
in
Partey
terms of the
versus
game,
Eriksen and Bruno.
In terms of the game,
You
like
know?
the CAMs, who's gonna be more influential? It's gonna be Odegaard versus Bruno.
Oh no,
Yeah, that's
you
what I
know,
mean.
Position by position.
Not
then
not
fair
at
enough.
he on the pitch at
No, but I
marking
mean,
and stuff.
it's this game is set up perfectly because first of all, you guys beat us 3-1, right? On a counter-attacking performance, right? And that was like your first big statement win, no?
After
We are
Liverpool.
being-
After
beaten
Liverpool,
Liverpool.
after Liverpool, yeah. So now Arsenal have to go out for revenge, and they know it. Saliba's already spoken about it. He's like, we want to make things right by beating Man United. You guys have a chance to actually blow the title race open. You actually have a chance because assuming hypothetically you beat Crystal Palace, you're then 6 points.
Yeah, who
Then
will
you
three?
beat Arsenal. You're now 3 points behind Arsenal. That blows it wide open because at the end of the day, Sawa, game in hand, or games in hand.
He's
whatever.
actually City. You. Right?
Games in hand. No, there's also Everton. Games in hand are games in hand. They're not points on the board as we've learned from last season.
Yeah, Game in Hand
Remember.
FC.
Remember.
Remember Game in Hand FC?
Remember when you couldn't
Was it
qualify?
us or you
It
guys?
was you.
You're the ones who
Everyone
kept
was
losing.
calculating for us here how many games you had
Listen,
in hand
we
and
both-
how you're
but
making
we
top
won
4.
them.
No,
We won
how you're making
them.
top 4
Zoom.
because those games in hand.
We both counted and we both
won
went to
them.
Europa.
No. Wait.
Bottle. What do you mean?
Let's be real.
Games in
we,
hand
we had
FC
the games
was
in hand.
you
I
guys.
remember the period very specifically, okay? You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not, so you won't correct me. The thing is, I remember having those games in hand, right? And you guys had the games in hand as well. You dropped points. We kept winning them. And then there was a difference here. Because I kept saying, yeah, Remember, games in hand are not points on the board unless you're Arsenal.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So let's be specific. Let's be
Wewe
honest.
kuna msimamo ama ni aje?
No, I'm being.
He's being
I'm
consistent.
being me.
He's being consistent. So
I'm
now, what do we
trying-
say? We're going to be consistent this season.
I'm really trying to
I
be
was
on
called.
your side,
Listen, by the way,
I'm really trying my
wait,
best.
I was called Danda.
What, yeah?
On Twitter. Wait,
I'm trying- I'm
I was
really-
called Danda at me and Kiari.
Danda, yeah.
From the last clip. So now I'm trying to be reasonable here. I'm not just yapping. So tuheshimiane. We have to. By the way, thank you guys if you guys are commenting on TikTok.
Yes.
Our conversations on TikTok are more mature and
Yes,
and thoughtful.
Can I
People are not just
explain why?
speaking.
Can I explain why?
Is it
Considering-
thoughtful?
Yes. No, he's right.
Genuine conversations, like
Yeah.
genuine.
All right, so I'll give you my experience with what happened with last week. So last week I said my shit. These two sat here alongside their friend Chiari, not mine, and they ridiculed me. Brevo, you heard them as they ridiculed me. Saddam said, "You guys have been accommodating Ketia." You remember that? You know? And I had a theory. I was proven right. On Twitter, I was slandered off the park. I was called Baldy. I was called so many different
Achille
things. bro.
Mignolet.
Achille Mignolet. All those things. Well, it was ridiculous. And then I went and saw the clip up on TikTok as well.
Yeah.
I wasn't even looking for it. It just popped up again. So I just went through the comments. I'm seeing, no, I saw the post had like 100 and something comments. I'm like, yo. So I go through the comments. You know, but there's something, he's onto something there.
That was before the game.
Yeah, that was before the game. They were like, yo, he's onto something. And then the rest of the comments are just guys like, yeah, by the way, if
I've
you
also been
consider
telling people
Zunini-
this and people are not listening. Those kind of comments.
Exactly. Twitter is just agenda. And I'll be honest, thank you for TikTok. Because Twitter, you guys know fuck all about football. You guys are fucking dickheads. Okay? Dickheads. Y'all are my bones on you, my fala. TikTok, thank you so much for the content and interaction and all that stuff. You guys know ball. YKB, you know ball. So, cheers.
You YKB.
Yeah, I'll just give you one. Say,
Yeah.
someone.
Bro,
That's a
Ashori
Twitter
told me.
thing, though.
Ashori, I agreed on something that has nothing to do
Yeah.
with football. She was like, YKB. I was like, what? She was like, you know ball. I was like, what? Again, what? It was like some shit about music or something. I don't know, but it was hilarious. Anyway, so yeah, thank you so much, guys. Twitter, I'm Jui Ball. YouTube, Ata Nini, Mafala. Ata Jui Ball, Mafala. You guys, you don't even like our posts. Like our shit, motherfucker. Never mind. We love you guys. No, we love you guys. Don't forget to drop a like, on all seriousness. But yeah, now let's do an Arsenal combined 11 before we go. Let's get the heatedness out before we reconvene and
do like
rejoin
a
to make fun
preview.
of Chiari and Chelsea.
We're doing like a
And,
preview, right?
yeah, let's talk about the game. Like, how are you guys feeling, man? In front of, like, honestly, be as objective as you can. I want to hear.
I don't
the
see anything.
raw
I don't see.
opinion.
I don't see anything new in terms of Arsenal's when we met you first and now.
Okay.
I think you've been playing well,
Mm-hmm.
but you're playing in a certain way that Ten Hag can beat.
May I counter that?
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys taught us a lesson that day, and we have not been counterattacked like that ever since.
But
And
you had
that's
not
why-
lost before that.
No, we hadn't lost.
And then
we
you
hadn't
lost.
They haven't lost since then.
And we haven't lost since
No,
then, and we haven't conceded a counter-attacking goal in the way that we did against you guys. 2 goals, by the way. I think it was 2 goals. One goal, Mulifunga Baukali, Anthony. But ever since then, we have not conceded. We played guys like Chelsea, who have a lot of pace up front. We played guys like Liverpool.
I'm
We
sorry,
played
those
guys
two
like-
teams are struggling.
They are now, in hindsight.
And we've
But
all
at the
beaten
time,
them.
but at the time, Liverpool had just come off the back of beating a team 9-0. You know, they'd beaten. Then they went on to beat Man City 1-0. So like, you literally saw the counter-attacking potential they had with the goal they scored against Man City, for example, right? But we didn't concede those counter-attacking goals against them. So I feel like that was a moment of inexperience by guys like Saliba, right?
And
Gabriel.
Arteta, and also Arteta made
And
some
also
weird
that
decisions.
he did
with the
but
substitutions.
at the same time, we didn't have Partey that game, which was huge for you guys. Huge. Partey covers that midfield in a way that is very different. Even yesterday, he wasn't amazing on the ball. The first half, he missed
Lost
some
the ball a
passes.
couple of times.
Yeah, and by the way, you saw the way Granit Xhaka at some point he lost the ball. Granit Xhaka went
helped
and gave
him.
him like
No, he
grabbed him.
helped him and then told him.
exactly like Granit Xhaka is legit.
That's
Oh,
good.
by the
That's
way,
good. That's good.
Wait, sorry. Just before we preview, you guys saw the fights.
Yeah, we saw the
Ramsdale
fights.
getting kicked.
Yeah, but he was rattling them, so.
He was,
You-
which I
you-
love.
Yeah.
Which I love.
But every action has an equal reaction.
No, but you know, like the
What
thing
about
is,
Fukinel moments?
No, but the thing
No,
You
is,
saw the Fukinel moment.
I saw the Fukinel. But the
Wait,
thing is,
I have to elaborate on it.
Elaborate.
The Fukinel moments was when Mikel Arteta had someone, Ramsdale, like trying to pull him away. Then he sees Granit Xhaka and he's like, Fukinel, and then he goes after him.
Yeah.
Get off it, mate. Leave it. It's hilarious. Martinelli even throwing the
flag on the
fu-
camera.
the scarf.
The scarf.
For guys
It
like
looks
Brevo to
like
have
a
to go
good
pick off later.
time.
They're Tottenham cameramen, not you.
It looks like a good time to be an Arsenal player. Things are looking. Honestly, yeah.
Well, it's
But
not
then
just
again,
a good time. It's
it's-
also an assured time right now because if you look at the bookies, and Chiari will definitely tell you who are the favorites to win the league. Arsenal are the favorites, 5-6 or something. I don't know if that's big or small but the next one was Man City with 11-4. So I'm assuming there's a big difference there.
I don't know what that means.
Neither do I. Anyway, tell us.
About what?
Preview. Let's
The-
get into what you feel is going to happen. What do you expect?
Yeah.
What you want?
Maybe Partey will make a difference, but apart from that, I still see you guys being beaten with our counter, because I feel like we have more quality players than every single team you've played against.
Do you think that would be just another question that we swat away because we've been asked so many questions this season, right? It would be the most typical thing to then lose against United at home in a title challenging season on a counter-attack, sucker punch. It would be the most, like, Alex Ferguson would beat his meat to that.
But it's the thing is, there's a possibility.
That's what I'm saying. There always is, right? But if it does happen, it's the most typical Arsenal United game. Possession, Rashford counter-attack.
Yeah.
It would be the most typical thing.
That's been the template for like all these years, even until most recently when we beat you at 3-1 at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
It's just let them have the ball. You'll get your chance, clatter one of them, and counter.
Yeah, and I feel like we're not. It's not just United. I think most teams, like I feel like if you, apart from teams that have really good ball playing midfielders, you can allow the other team to have the ball and plan on your transition better and actually just win a game.
Think about it. Look at all the knockout competitions this season.
Madrid.
Last season. Champions League,
Yeah.
yes. Europa League. The fucking World Cup.
Yeah.
And like how teams got far.
Like
Euros,
Morocco and
same
stuff,
thing.
yeah.
All that stuff. So that's literally what people work with. But at the same time, you know, I can't let this go. I mean, if in my opinion, as long as no bad decisions are made by referees, which can be a bit inevitable. But for example, that decision where Martin Odegaard apparently fouled Christian Eriksen, that went your way. We need things to go our way. Like I literally said this. I told Bob and I told you this. You know Bob? Shout out Bob. In July, I said we need 3 things to win the league. January, we need to sign players. We still haven't signed those. Fucking Madrid. Secondly, we need to be a bit lucky in that we don't lose too many crucial players, right?
You have been lucky on that department.
We have. We've used the least, or rather, we've changed the starting lineup the least amount of times.
Yeah,
from
I almost know
everybody
your
else.
starting 11 and I don't
Yes.
watch all your games.
Yeah, and the third thing I said was that we need some decisions to go our way in big games. Yes, we've had some decisions go our way. For example, against Liverpool, that penalty, right? On another day, maybe it doesn't get given, right? But for example, if a decision doesn't go our way again at the Emirates, then already it doesn't look like we're going to get more of those decisions. But for example, Tottenham, we got the red card. It was a justified red card, but the fact that someone like Emerson Royale even made that challenge is ridiculous.
Yes.
So I just hope we don't get any bad decisions made this time, because that means you guys get lucky all the time.
Arsenal start really, really well, and they start really, really quickly. So I just feel like we need to break down the game into parts. The first 30 minutes, and especially being the away team, we need to have a similar performance like we had against City in the first half, where we're just denying space, we're denying chances on goal, and then we build on from that.
Do you think we should,
as long as they don't score in the first 30 minutes, I think we have a chance.
Do you think
to
we
win.
should deploy Fred on Odegaard?
It's going to be deployed for sure. I think that's happening. I think that's definitely going to happen. But maybe not on a man marking like Kevin De Bruyne.
I don't think you can afford to do that with Arsenal because of the way we rotate.
No, he was following KDB everywhere.
Even
No, I
KDB
know
rotates.
that. I
Even
know
City were
that.
rotating.
I know that, but they're not as fluid as Arsenal. Can we
No,
agree on that at least? That they're not as fluid as Arsenal.
There isn't that much
Odegaard,
difference.
Odegaard,
Can't
for
really
example,
compare
there was
fluidity.
something he did. I just watched this clip, Jana. There was something he did just to free himself of Pape Sarr, right? He just went all the way to the left. At some point, he was closer to Martinelli than even Xhaka. Xhaka was now in between him and Edin Nketiah, and Zinchenko was covering the role of Odegaard in that position, just holding that half space. So, in my opinion, yeah, Fred can do it. We've seen him do it, right? But I just think the system allows for that, or rather, it contemplates that. The way Arteta set up the system, and the way also like the atmosphere at the Emirates is just different this season.
The thing is, okay, the game against Spurs, you guys were given a lot of space.
They do that though. Spurs can do that to you.
When you do that, when you let Odegaard have the ball, decide what he wants to do, then that's you will get punished.
Yeah.
I don't think we will do that. I think if
They're
anything,
a better unit for sure. I'll say that for sure.
Yeah, if anything, if Odegaard has to have a good performance, he has to pull out something out of the heart. Like he has to have like one of his best performances.
And to be fair,
Like yesterday, I can say he didn't do a lot, but he did a lot.
at the same time, see that's just in addition to what Naeem was saying. Arsenal weren't even out of second gear, Jana.
Yeah.
And you know where we're gonna need to be. Like we're gonna be third, fourth gear to beat you guys. And the thing is, we can't just beat you on a 2-1 thing. We need to beat you guys convincingly, because that's another question we're being asked of.
I don't care about that.
Let's go.
Points are points.
Let's go.
Keep
Let's go with
combined
the
11.
4-3-3 combined 11. There's no way Ramsdale starts. There's no way I pick anyone else.
Based of that one performance,
No, he's just been.
he hasn't been.
He has. He really has. And the thing is, we're back off De Gea, who wasn't really worked much against Man City, but then you saw the howler he did in the was it Carabao or FA Cup?
FA Cup.
FA Cup
Yeah.
against Everton.
Howler. Like yeah, you won, but still, like Ramsdale doesn't make those mistakes.
No, but see the thing is,
No, think about it. Think about how many top-class keepers have had howlers over the last 2 years. Alisson, we just saw him give the ball away the way he did, right? Hugo Lloris, you know about his howler.
no, he's
De
number
Gea
one.
has done something similar as well.
But then again, De Gea also has won us points.
No, he has. I get that.
And
With
he's
his saves.
really improved.
He's with his saves.
This is the first.
No, even with his kicking, he's really improved.
No,
his
this
kicking,
is the
man.
first.
Trust
This is
me,
the first
yes.
game that Ramsdale like really saved you.
But that's because he's the least worked keeper in the Premier League. That's not a fault of his own.
No, but see, I think we're looking at keepers who've been worked and we can see what they can do.
I've seen him, bro.
Like, how do I know your keeper is good if he's been challenged by one game?
I'm sorry, I can't see anything past Ramsdale. There's no way I picked De Gea.
No, but see,
what he can do in big
you're
games.
basing your argument based on one game.
No, that's unfair.
Because-
that's unfair.
because
I've
that-
seen Ramsdale saved our asses against Leeds when we won 1-0, barely won 1-0.
Against Brighton also. I
Against Brighton, he was huge. Come on, bro. There's no doubt.
I
I'm only
can
choosing-
count 5.
I'm only choosing Ramsdale because of his kicking. It's better than De Gea's. Can't lie now.
But the way kicking and saving the ball.
They
Yeah.
both save. They both
They
make
both save.
saves.
I think they're very similar in saves.
Similar?
Come on. you
Similar
can't-
name.
you
Look
can't-
at me in the eyes and say similar.
No, not similar,
They're
but
very
Let's be
similar.
realistic.
They're very similar.
De Gea has better saves in him. Like he has more like, oh shit, he saved that.
He does that like on a weekly
can't lie.
basis. Even the other day.
I don't know, man. Ramsdale's
The other
up there,
game
man.
we had, who did we beat? Our last period. Yeah, he worked for his clean sheet.
Fair enough, but maybe his performances have been improving, right? But he still has that howler in him.
No, I don't think he has a howler in him.
You saw that howler.
That was one howler in like 3
So
years.
that's a howler.
In
That's what I'm
3
saying.
years,
It's
bro.
a howler.
I'm sure even Ramsdale has some howlers. We can't just remember them. I'm sure.
He
In
literally
the last
has
two-
no errors
okay,
leading
we
to goal.
proceed.
I'm going with Ramsdale, so it's up to
And
you.
De has never been relegated. Man, I'm just,
3
I'm
times.
just saying facts, man.
3
He's only
times.
get it twice.
How much you to say that?
He's also top of the table. He's also
Yes,
top of the
think that's
table.
like a
we're going
welcome.
Ramsdale.
We're
going
not-
Ramsdale.
We're going Ramsdale because
Okay, fine.
Right back, is Dallo available or not? I hope not.
No, he will be
You guys should
available.
pray he's
No,
available.
he's available. He
Instead of
should
Wan-Bissaka.
be available.
Oh my days, Wan-Bissaka will finish you guys.
No.
But Martinelli is going nowhere if
No, I
Wan-Bissaka
think
is
he
playing,
will be
bro.
available, but I think Bisaka,
Has
he's been good
Holy
enough
shit,
for the
if
for
Bissaka plays?
yeah. I think it's Bisaka or Benoit. And I'm easily picking
Bissaka
Bisaka.
plays maybe just 1-2s for Martinelli, bro.
Bisaka's played what two games this season?
Yeah, 3 now.
Yeah, so there's obviously no way we can choose him.
Yeah, that's
Over
kind of
Ben White
Ben
has
White.
been one of the best right backs in the league, if not top 2.
no,
So-
he's just better than Bissaka. Let's proceed.
All
If
right,
Dalot was
fine.
available,
fine,
would
fine. Saliba or Varane?
Varane.
Come on.
No,
man.
come on. No, wait, come on. That's
Come on, what are you saying right now?
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, really.
Really? Yeah, one was holding phones and keys the whole
Wow,
World Cup,
because of World Cup. We're still
I
judging
mean,
World Cup.
Where else are we going to judge, bro?
He
Premier League, because this is the Premier League.
Varane.
Varane.
I'm sorry, I'm going with Saliba.
Nah, Varane. bro.
Okay, so we go with
Two
Varane.
coaches have said Varane.
Yeah, so
One of them is Deschamps.
Yeah.
That's an issue. He also said Lloris.
Both of them are
So,
coached.
like,
both of them are coached by
He also
Deschamps.
said Lloris, bro.
no,
So,
it is what it
so we're
is.
including Varane in the same way that we would choose Lloris in the North
Nah,
London derby because he has World Cup. Champions
Varane
League.
is quality.
Okay, sa.
Well, best of quality, right?
no, Varane.
Yeah, Varane.
I think it's he Zoom wants to push it.
Well,
To push his
I'm
luck.
honest.
I
What we're
respect
gonna
that.
do-
What we're
I'm
going to
honest.
do, right? What we're doing is it's Varane next to Saliba. Because we're not choosing Martinez is off form. We're not choosing Maguire for sure, and I'm not choosing
That's a
Luke
good
Shaw
point.
at centre back.
I don't
So
think
it's
I don't
Varane
know.
Okay,
and
fine, you're
Saliba.
right. You need Saliba to cover for Varane's mistakes.
No, you need Varane to teach Saliba
Right.
to talk to Saliba.
Right.
Show him how it's done.
Cover there, cover up.
He's hoping Varane retires in the
Does
international
Saliba
stage.
play like he looks like he needs to be told?
Yep.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. man.
You know,
The only reason
Saliba
why
plays like he tells Harry Kane where to be, which makes it seem so easy for him.
that's dead.
do you know why?
I swear to God.
Do you know why
I swear
Saliba
to
stands
God
out?
it's
Because of how rash Gabriel is.
No.
Gabriel does makes mistakes like
Bro,
even Jana he made a mistake.
Gabriel's whenever Saliba doesn't play well, Gabriel covers for him and has a monster game. Against Wolves, Saliba almost got himself sent off for a weird challenge.
That's why we need
And
Varane.
he also got himself in trouble against Leeds.
That's why he needs Varane.
In both games, Gabriel was there making blocks. First of all, we know Varane doesn't make any blocks.
Aye.
He doesn't dive at shit, bro.
What do you mean, bro?
Gabriel is the Vidic to Varane's Ferdinand. That's what he is. I swear to God. Like, Gabriel is the monster, crazy-ass defender which you need all the time. Carvalho was always the more calculated guy for John Terry. Nesta was always the guy who was diving into tackles.
So then we have
For Maldini.
Then instead of, because what we're saying is instead of Gabriel, no one is choosing Gabriel on this table.
No one chooses Gabriel.
That's ridiculous.
It's
Gabriel
Saliba
is
and
not
Varane, bro. How you
Sal,
talking
Sal.
then?
All right,
Varane
fine.
instead
Wait,
of
wait.
Fine, I'll let you
Magalhaes.
have, Sal, I'll let you have
Not
Varane.
let.
I'll let you have Varane.
Listen,
Magalhaes or Varane? Who's
Listen,
better?
I'm
Varane's better than Gabriel.
Then we're moving on.
Gabriel.
Then we're moving.
All right,
So the
Sal,
centre backs.
no, I'm thinking maybe Varane and Gabriel.
That's a decent
Or
partnership.
Varane and Luke Shaw.
Because one is left-footed, one is right-footed.
All I'm saying is,
Yeah.
Shut up to Varane Luke Shaw. All I'm
that-
saying is,
honestly-
one Arsenal defender has to get in there.
No, I think.
And if I was to choose one, I'd go Saliba.
I prefer Saliba.
No. See, the thing is, Saliba is right-footed, and Saliba is also the more calm one.
Varane
So you're
used to
putting
play
two
with
more calm.
Kimpembe and he's also right
No,
footed.
calm. Like I'm talking about rationale. Like you need that.
You need that. Well,
You need
I'm
that.
telling you, man,
Whether
you need
the-
that craziness.
Yeah.
for
So
the-
that's why we need Gabriel as opposed to
Yeah,
Saliba.
you know what? That's decent. I like that. I'm
That's
not
more
gonna lie.
balanced.
Yeah,
That makes
that's
more
actually
sense.
Magalhaes
fantastic.
and Varane.
And you can play well on the ball because he's left-footed and he's on the left side.
Saliba is the only reason why you're okay, not the only reason.
That's
He's a
so
big
harsh.
part of the reason why you guys are doing so
No,
well
it's
this
true,
season. So how are we
yes.
not choosing Saliba?
No, we have to be-
Magalhaes was there last season,
Oh, no.
and the season before he finished 8th.
No,
that's the thing. You
Saliba has
cannot-
come in this season.
They've been playing
and-
both very well.
But who's the better centre back of the two?
Saliba is the better centre back of the two, but in this system where Varane is there, it can't be Saliba.
We can't have two. We can have two good centre backs. Two Rolls Royces.
Okay, I don't think it can work.
And they're
So we
both-
can-
and they're
Listen,
both
no,
quick.
Let's not talk about
And they're
tactics
both quick.
because, to be fair to name, we're not choosing a team to be the best in terms of synergy. We're choosing a team in terms of best performances
And quality.
So
Yeah.
let's just go Saliba Varane.
So left back, Luke Shaw. Easy.
One time,
There's
easy.
no way I choose Luke Shaw over Zinchenko.
He's
Easy,
literally.
man.
Zini!
Easy,
No,
bro.
no,
Name.
because you're shouting doesn't
Come
mean
on,
shit.
come
Why are you pointing at me like
Nah,
name?
bro.
No,
I wasn't going to put Luke Shaw centre back.
Wallah, you're
Wallah.
gonna choose.
I was
Wallah.
putting
You choose
Luke Shaw
Live,
centre
live,
back.
live. Wallah Ladeem.
Has Zini ever scored in a Euro final?
I'm asking you.
No,
I'm asking you a question.
Yeah, I'm choosing live.
Why are you
So
being
that
bullied?
means you think.
I'm not being bullied.
I'm asking you a question. I'm not bullying him. Who's shouting? You think I'm
You're
kidding?
being bullied.
Nah, I'm chilling.
Wallahi Ladeem. You're saying
Even
Luke Shaw
Wallahi,
is
Ali,
better
all
than-
of these Wallahi's you know add. I'm
Alright,
saying, yeah.
No,
I'm
no.
going with Zinchenko. I'm not backing off this. I'm
No,
sorry.
listen, you don't have to back
He's
it.
been
With
revolutionary.
three of us,
He's
two
been
of them.
injured.
Revolutionary.
He's been injured
And he's
60% of the
clearly
season.
missed- He's clearly missed in a title-winning side. title-winning side. They miss him.
No,
Because
because
right
he-
now all
he
they have
never-
is
he
Sergio
never used to
Gomez
start.
and Ake.
He never
The
used to
issue- the
start
issue is
Zinchenko.
Zini right
No,
now.
wait, Zinchenko-
Without him, they don't win
look
that
at-
league.
Look at the
Against Aston Villa. Without him, they don't win last season's league.
Fine, but 37 games. How many games? How many games did he start last season for City?
Now, even for Arsenal this season, how many games has he been available?
Yeah,
many
7
games
out of
is that?
17.
He's been available for 7 games.
Yes, he's been a bit injured.
That's
prone.
mid.
Now you want to choose
That's
you want to
Bissaka
choose
level.
Zini-
That's
Zini
Bissaka
over Luke
performance
Shaw,
level.
man. Even just for availability.
Yeah, look
Shaw's
show,
better.
Khalas. We move on.
fucked up.
Holding
I'm going to check, I'm not backing
midfielder.
off.
Holding midfielder. It's quite easy.
Partey.
Casemiro.
Please.
He's literally the best. He's literally the
not.
best.
Bro, literally, I have this graph right here, man.
Let's go with stats.
These are
all
stats.
that
I have these
fantastic
stats right here,
shit.
bro.
But Partey is elite.
And then
Partey
Kase
is right
got
now,
another assist this weekend.
Yeah.
Partey is the best central defensive
Casemiro has
midfielder
better
in the
stats.
league.
Listen, Casemiro has better stats. Casemiro has better
Eye test. He passes the eye
He
test.
is more. He is more.
Shut up, man. That guy was losing the ball all the time, bro. He had like a 54%
Nah.
passing
And
accuracy.
it's his
Nah, that was-
first
that
season.
was-
Listen, his
What do you
first
mean
season
that
in
was-
the
what do
Premier
you mean
League.
that
What do you
was?
mean? That was City. He barely had the ball against City, bro.
And it's his first season in the Premier League.
And
He
it's
just
his
came on and started bossing.
And he doesn't speak English. And he has no rape allegations against him.
Astaghfirullah.
How are we choosing
Number 6, Tunde.
Tuendele, bro?
You can't beat that.
I'm not going to say anything to that.
Okay, so you were doing 4-3-3, right? So we need a CM and
Yeah, it's
I think
Odegaard, Xhaka.
Odegaard and Eriksen.
Why Eriksen?
Eriksen has
over
been
Xhaka?
a much better player than.
Xhaka has more goals and more assists. Since you can't be iffy, guys.
Okay.
No,
If
Xhaka,
you
Xhaka is playing attacking.
It doesn't matter. We're just choosing 2 8s. We're not saying that you want Eriksen.
So it has to be
Erik Ten Hag.
it has to be Bruno and Odegaard.
No,
Oh, yeah,
if
but
it's
we're
2
not
8s,
balancing-
Xhaka.
No, no,
If
we're
it's
not
2
balancing.
8s, it's
It's
Bruno.
Xhaka and
You can't tell me Xhaka has better stats than Bruno right now.
he has 4 goals and 3 assists.
Bruno has way more than that. Even Eriksen.
Bruno
I
has
think
3
more.
goals, 3 assists.
Come on, bro. Who is this
You
guy?
guys are actually ridiculous. And Bruno has a penalty
Eriksen
goal.
has
But
6
you want to
assists.
choose. You want to choose in an attacking midfield position, an 8. You want to choose Xhaka over Bruno.
Okay, I don't know if you've been watching Premier League this season.
I have
but
been
Xhaka
watching.
has not been chilling.
I'm
next
not
to
saying
Gabriel.
he's being shit.
He's been in the fucking
I'm not saying-
attack,
yeah,
bro.
but as an
he scored
attacking,
against Tottenham.
as an attacking
Ah,
midfielder,
he's
who's a
the one
better,
who gave
who's
the
a
assist to
better
the penalty.
attacking midfielder? Who's a better attacking midfielder?
This season, it's Granit.
Nah, it can't be.
It
Granit.
is.
It cannot.
I'm taking him over
not,
Bruno.
I'm not standing for that.
I'm taking him over
That's
Bruno.
that's
or-
that's disgusting.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
That's disgusting.
What are the stats?
Who and who?
So you said, I don't know, you wanted to check Xhaka versus
The-
Eriksen and your boy. Bruno.
They are the same goal as Bruno.
Aye. So why are we choosing Bruno over this guy? And one of them, I'm sure,
And
is a
big
penalty.
chances. One is created.
One of them is a-
It's created bigger chances than Xhaka, man.
No, no,
More big
no,
chances
no, no,
created.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
Granit Xhaka is in the top 5 for
Eric-
the league. Top
Eriksen,
5.
Eriksen,
Top
is-
5
Eriksen
for
is
the
Bruno
league.
is in
Eriksen
top
is number
3.
1 or number 2.
No, bro. I'm sorry. There's no way. I can see a case for someone like Eriksen, but not Bruno.
No, no,
Ah, so I would say that Eriksen
honestly,
then.
I feel Eriksen suits that role better because it's CM. He's not attacking. Odegaard is obviously better than Bruno this season. So when you're talking about CM, it's either Xhaka or Eriksen. And I think Eriksen is much better. Eriksen will get you out of holes. Eriksen will.
All right. So
can
right
pair
now
up
we
with
currently
Partey
have,
better.
we have Ramsdale, White, Rafael Varane, Saliba, and Luke Shaw, Casemiro, Odegaard, and Eriksen. All right. The front 3: Martinelli, Rashford, Saka. I'm not accepting anything else. There's no way I choose Martial. There's no way I choose anyone else. So
No one-
I
no one is
don't mind
choosing- no
giving
one is
away
choosing Martial,
Rashford,
bro.
his striking position over Nketiah, fine. But there's no way I choose anyone else
Yeah,
between
I
Saka
think
and
that's quite straightforward.
Is that so?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So that's our combined 11 for this weekend's game.
So we're dominating the midfield.
And the centre backs.
And
the
I'm coach is
defenders.
Ten Hag. Khalas.
no, it's literally a back 5, and we have 3 players. You guys have 2.
It's a back 5.
It's a back.
We said 4-3-3, bro.
Yeah, 4-3-3. But then Rambo, that's the defense. No?
Oh, okay. So
So you guys are holding the defense. We are holding the midfield.
the set
And
piece.
we also hold that.
The set piece coach
And
is
we
from
also coach.
United, though.
Why?
What do you mean? Why?
Why are we choosing Atiwa set piece coach? that one almost went by me, bro. Atiwa. We have the most set piece goals. I mean, even that I'm not letting you go, bro.
Oh,
Anyway,
we're getting
We have a Japanese match analyst, by the way, who's supposed to be the best in the world, apparently.
Did he write Blue Look?
Well, I hope he did, bro.
Anyway, so that's our combined 11. Now let's finish off with the predictions, and then we talk about Liverpool, Chelsea, and...
I think Man United win 2-1.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
3-1 United.
I think you guys would be lucky if you get a point. I see a 3-0 win for Arsenal.
There's no way not scoring, by the way.
You guys? Oh no, trust me.
Even in our lowest moment.
Maybe if Lokonga plays, then you have a chance.
Even in our lowest moment, when we were beaten 6 by City, we scored 3 goals.
Yeah. We won the
That was one
second
of our
half.
shittiest performances. Literally, it is our shittiest performance.
No, the shittiest performance is Brentford 4-0. You dick.
That was the beginning of the season.
Still the shittiest performance.
No, we had more passes, I think.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be an interesting game because that midfield is
We
stacked.
should go for, okay, same Arsenal is winning.
Sisi Ogopa tumesema 3-1 to United.
Okay, so
Honestly, it'd be like
I just think it's a really good. It's going to be a good game, bro.
At our grounds, like the Emirates, the way it's bumping this
Wait,
season,
wait,
it's literally the best place to play football this season.
Old Trafford is better.
And it's also the toughest place to go.
Old Trafford is tougher though.
No.
What?
Technically, Arsenal is the toughest place to go. We're the only ones with close to 100% record there in the Premier League. Everybody else has dropped points somewhere.
You haven't
So,
lost this season at the Emirates, right?
We haven't lost. We've just drawn
Oh,
one game.
These
So
are
you're
the,
getting
these
the
are the
first
storylines
I like
United
it.
like.
I like it.
I'm sure you
And then Weghorst, I was telling him, just because he's a United player, and United players do these kind of things, Atafunga debut. Because Martial is not starting.
Oh, so maybe that's the 3-1 you're talking about, like that one goal he's going to score. Okay, sorry. All right, let's move it on to Liverpool, Chelsea. Now, Chelsea are a bunch of pieces of shit because they clearly have no scouting team. It's just Twitter and Arsenal
Do you?
Twitter.
You saw him. Said the owner was on a Twitter space listening.
Todd Boyle.
Yeah,
Watch out.
yeah.
Yeah,
He was on
man.
Twitter, some Chelsea fans organized a Twitter space. He came. He listened.
After the Palace game,
They started talking about Declan Rice. He fucking left.
They started talking about Mendy being on, Kepa being on high wages and they can't move him on, so they're gonna focus on other positions.
Yeah, like in Arsenal, kuna mashida, bro.
Can you imagine hosting a space for your team? And you just
Your
take it there,
owner just
Todd Boyle, Mendy.
Yeah, and then
He even sends a request to speak. You know, like, and unamkataza.
Wewe ngoja.
Ngoja, bro, you'll still talk. Well, it's a banter club. That club. Oh my god. So they beat Palace 1-0. Fair enough. I thought maybe they were a bit lucky, but
Palace at least deserved the
deserved
point.
the point, honestly. But they did have a bigger story than the 3 points that they actually gained, which was the unveiling of Mikhailo Mudryk at
The Stamford.
And he was given an 8.5-year contract. My
And,
God.
and apparently some of his transfer fee is going to be donated to the Ukrainian army to buy
Yeah, apparently
prosthetics
20,
and
25.
like medical supplies. So it
In
kind
addition
of
to
makes
that-
sense why he went to Chelsea.
In addition to that,
He's just a patriot.
So Chelsea is supporting both sides of the war.
if you think about it,
Astaghfirullah.
they are.
Yeah, they are, bro.
Abramovich, Putin, and now
Mikhailo Mudryk.
Mikhailo Mudryk.
What a club. Consistency.
Difference.
I like it.
Some hella mid-table, their consistency.
I mean, it's in your katikati.
Yeah.
On everything.
Bad.
They want to win, they want to lose. Or go to Apple.
So we're gonna talk about. I set up the way we're gonna talk about Chelsea Liverpool because on Saturday, 3:30 p.m. we have the mid-off of the decade.
Mid-table battle. Mid-table
The
six-pointer.
mid-off of the decade. Na hii combined 11 tafanya sijui tafanyaje bro.
We're picking.
Are you choosing Chukwuemeka or Cody Gakpo? You know, like how? How do you even decide?
I am loving the Gakpo agenda. Oh my God.
Are you choosing Fabinho or Jorginho? Like,
It's
I
bad.
know, it's fun. I
It's
can't
so
even-
mid, man.
They rhyme.
Honestly, I feel like if we do that, then we have to do like combined 11 of Wolves and fucking Aston Villa.
No, but we have to do
Might as well.
We're doing a combined 11. bro.
We're doing
Let's
that.
do it,
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's talk about Liverpool first, because Chelsea won their game, so there's not much to say. Todd Bowley, what I'd like to say to Chelsea fans, because I don't know, you guys give me your opinions, but the transfer of Mikhailo Mudryk, right? They're saying pull, you only pull. That's the pull of Chelsea,
I don't
even
think
when
it's
we're
a
mid-table.
pull.
I don't think so.
It's money.
The definition of pull
It's money talks.
is if Naeem puts 100 million, and
Yeah.
I put 100 million, and I say 190,000, and Naeem says 190,000 a week.
And then he decides.
Then he decides Naeem, that's Naeem pull.
That's true.
But if we First of all, I don't even think Arsenal were willing to go beyond 95. I don't even think we
Which
even
I
put
think
up,
it's even ridiculous.
I don't even think the reported amounts are actually true. We've seen so many cases where players sign for a club, people say this is the wages, but then it's not true, right? So I think we were maybe in around the 80, 90 million euro thing,
Still a
right?
lot.
It's a lot in total, right? But maybe even 30 in additions, right? Whereas Chelsea were offering 100 million and substantially more guaranteed up front, and they gave him 200k a week.
In wages.
And you mentioned the 8.5 contract year length, right? It's actually 7.5 with an option to extend,
20.
and they're doing that because of FFP bypasses. They found a loophole where you can, if you just something called amortization or whatever. The point is, I just think at the end of the day, Arsenal weren't willing to pay, and he was so desperate to leave Shakhtar.
But I
he
wouldn't-
didn't want to wait until the summer.
But then again, it's not like he really liked Arsenal. I feel like you guys are the ones who wanted to buy him, and
Yeah.
he wanted to leave.
Yes.
So it was more like,
No,
I
he
will.
was twerking, though.
No,
Okay.
but he was twerking because he was twerking for the team that wants him.
Yes,
You're
but
the
he
only
also
team.
wanted Arsenal.
Look at it this way, Zoom.
Saddam. He had an interview, Zawa,
By who?
with Zinchenko's wife.
Come on, that doesn't
Zinchenko's wife. Like, I don't know what else you need to do. Get him a pole, let him do some lap dances. Or
No.
shit. Bro, that's twerking as fuck.
But the thing, he's a twerker. It's not like he was twerking for Arsenal. He just likes twerking. If Chelsea was the first team that went for him,
man.
he will be.
Look at these pictures. So I'll show you.
Even-
There's a picture of him.
even
There's
if
a picture
you-
of him and the Chelsea boardroom staff or whatever, just like this. You know what that reminded me of? Pablo Escobar in Narcos. When shit was hitting the ceiling. You're like, fuck. Tuko hapa. Hapo ndo tumefika. I'm telling you, he was. And the thing is, look, at the end of the day, money talks, right?
The wages, even just the wages.
Yeah.
You guys are offering him, I think, 35.
37, that's
week.
it.
He was earning 4K.
They're offering him
He was
soccer
earning-
wages.
yeah, he was earning 4,000.
They're offering him soccer wages, though.
Eee.
Yeah.
So you guys multiply your salary by 10, and Chelsea multiply by 50.
By 50.
Anyway, I just don't think it's pull. I think fair enough, you guys have done it, but
I don't think there's a Chelsea fan who genuinely thinks it's a pull.
I don't think
They're
there's
all
a
just
Chelsea
saying
fan.
it for buns.
Yes, of course, but I also
Wow.
don't think there's a Chelsea fan that genuinely thinks this was a good deal. Because these guys need midfielders.
Yeah.
If you were willing to pay and spray your American piss all over the place.
Like, it just runs.
For someone who has proven nothing,
But
for
they-
100 million,
yeah.
then if Enzo Fernandez's release clause is 120,
Why not pay 120?
and you guys need midfield,
They're going for Caicedo from Brighton.
Brighton will hold them ransom, bro. Brighton will know. After seeing
And
100 million.
Potter has... Yeah, they'll still pay. That's not a problem for Chelsea.
He's
Potter
gonna pay
has
60. Is that worth 60?
Potter has experience
That's what I'm
with
saying.
If you paid
Caicedo, so
100
there's
for
already that
Modric,
link.
60
pay
for
60.
Caicedo will look like a deal.
Will look like a good deal.
Although
That's
it's
what
not,
I'm saying.
but it will look like a deal.
This is the thing about Chelsea you guys need to realize. They're not looking at these deals as we're looking at them at, good value. This guy's only played 28 games. Why am I paying 100 mil? They have money. They're going to
And
spend
also-
it.
I get it, but
They
don't you
don't
think
care.
long term? But don't you think long term shit hits the ceiling?
It does.
When their players come back from injury, they have an inflated squad. Players
it does.
start dealing with not getting any game time. Same shit happened with Kina Socrates, David Luiz, Aubameyang, Ozil, right? Inflated squad. People being left out. They start talking.
Inflated wages as
Inflated
well.
wages. At some point,
So
they're gonna start struggling.
this is how I see Chelsea.
It's a
right?
shit-run club.
No, it is a shit-run club that wins shit. They win. They've been winning ever since. Abramovich brought all this thing, right? Buying players, it doesn't matter. You want money, we'll buy you. If it doesn't work out, go for loan. We'll still pay your salary. Go and play and whatever you want. How many players are they? Bakayoko, still a Chelsea player.
He's still a Chelsea player.
Yes.
He's on loan, bro.
No, the thing is, so it's a Chelsea thing. That's how they've been doing things. It's worked. They've won 2 Champions Leagues. So they've won 7 Premier Leagues.
Yes.
So it's worked for them. There's nothing new. Sorry?
Okay, carry on. No, we're good on time.
There's nothing new with what Chelsea is doing. They've been doing it for a while.
All right, fair enough.
It's a different owner with a similar vibe.
So you think
Get
the same
whoever-
result is going to happen? Nothing's going to change this time.
Out of between now and the next 8 years, they might win 1 Champions League, maybe another 1 Premier League, which is much better compared to what you guys have been going through for the last 20 years.
What many
You guys
clubs have gone through, but-
no, the thing is, you've gone 132 without.
I don't see
Champions
them.
League.
I don't see them going
But-
going to win. You know why? At that time, Sawa, Abramovich knew what he was doing.
There was a strategy.
There was a strategy.
They've never had such.
Bro,
If
there
they
was a
did,
strategy, bro.
That's
If
unfair.
they did, they wouldn't have signed all those players they had on loan. You can't say they had,
No,
and they still had that many
No.
players.
Listen, the strategy in terms of their transfer strategy is different to academy strategy. Okay, Chelsea have made a lot of money. Chelsea have made a lot of money in their academies, and they've made a lot of money in the transfer strategy because what they do well, if they buy, they also sell well.
They sell well.
They sell very well.
Yeah, so
that's
it's the same
something.
thing.
That's,
though.
that's Abramovich.
But can you guarantee that they can do the same with Todd Bowley? I don't think
No,
so.
no, but
I don't. Tell me who's going to sign Kepa Arrizabalaga on the wages that he's on. Tell me who's going to sign. Tell me how they're going to
Kepa was a
compensate
player.
for Koulibaly.
And before,
Koulibaly is a good player.
he's not.
He literally gave away a
He's not a
penalty
good
last
player,
weekend.
bro.
He's very
He's
shit.
like 38,
he's past it.
man.
He's past
And
it.
he's like-
He's past it. He's past it. Let's
Thiago
be honest.
Silva also is quite old and on high wages. Koulibaly is old on high wages, bro.
Thiago Silva.
Is
Thiago
on
Silva
high
is their
wages.
best player.
But
Yes,
he's on
we
high
agree, but
wages.
he's on high
Next season
wages.
he's gonna be one of the
No,
worst
then-
players, bro. Trust me.
No, but
man.
he's in his last contract.
No, he's
Like
worth the
Koulibaly or
money.
something.
He's worth the money. The rest are not.
But it's not the first time.
Badiashile, Sawa.
Had a good game
He had a good game. It could be potential, right? But there's nothing ruling out him not having another like a successful career at Chelsea because the way the club is being run is very haphazard.
But it's been
You
like
see-
that.
No, I
Before
don't
they
think
had
so,
they
man.
had they had football people in football
They've
positions.
never.
So they had
That was the main
like
problem.
Czech.
Listen,
They had Czech as
No, Czech
as,
just came in recently
even
when he
before
retired from
that.
Arsenal. Come
Even
on.
before that, they had Peter Kenyon. Remember Peter Kenyon?
No, but
That
I
guy
don't actually know who that is.
used to be at United as director of
okay.
football before David Gill, and then he went to
Marina
Chelsea.
as well is the one negotiating the deals. In addition to the stuff around the footballing side, Marina was the one negotiating the
Marina,
deals.
do you know how many?
Now it's
how
Ted
many,
Boyle doing
Yeah,
everything,
Okay, the
man.
point is, do you know how many players Marina bought that were off-right? Havertz, Werner,
But yes, I agree.
Bakayoko.
But did
Like
she
there's
make
so
it right?
many players.
Did she make it right? Timo Werner went for how much when they sent him back?
But it's these guys who bought
40
him.
million.
He was saying, yeah, he was sold
40
by the
million.
new owners.
40 million.
Yeah. Would
No,
you?
Marina was.
If you asked
Marina
me,
was still the acting
Okay,
director.
if
Marina
you-
was still acting technical director there.
If you asked me who would buy Werner 40
Or
million
CEO.
last year ago, who would say yes? No. Who would arguably say no? But they did anyway.
Because that's her good deal. Yes, they negotiated for 60. Shit didn't pan out. That's not on her, right? She managed to salvage the deal by getting 40 back. Like, that's what I'm saying. I remember a guy called Enrico Drogba, you guys know him. He told me at some point, Alvaro Morata, they were still receiving income for his sale. Like 2 years after they sold him to Atleti. Right?
That's crazy.
It's mad. So the thing is, I just don't. I think now shit's gonna hit the ceiling, and you like the club is gonna get even more toxic, and shit's just gonna go.
I think he's banking on some sort of revolution. I think Premier League has been the same for a long time, and I think something is about to change with the club football. And I think there's something is going to change in the next maybe 3, 4, 5 years that he's banking on as an owner.
You're suggesting
That's
he
why
has
he's
a vision
investing.
for this.
Yeah, but also
I don't think he doesn't. He's a successful businessman.
I think what he's
On
doing
the
is
flip
just
side.
doing this.
No.
Is it fixed?
No, but on the fixed,
Is it fixed?
on the flip
No?
side, on the flip side, being devil's advocate, some of these players that they're signing actually are young players with great potential,
and they have a manager who has a potential as well.
and they have a manager who has a potential as well. So I just feel like maybe give it a bit of time. If they're not able to move on these other players like Jorginho and guys, that's when there's going to be a problem. But you cannot ignore the fact that they've signed Modric, who's also a very young, exciting talent. They've signed Nkunku up front, exciting talent.
Good players.
Biadiashile, exciting talent. Chukwuemeka,
someone-
exciting talent.
Someone on Twitter said that these
If
guys
they're
have just loaded their
refreshing-
attack with a bunch of midfielders.
They're refreshing. They are slowly refreshing an aging side.
And also,
So for me personally, I'm just gonna give them benefit of the doubt until we see these guys gel. We see Graham Potter being given a preseason. That's when we can now gonna say that
give me a
things are
preseason
gonna-
and a
thi-
one full season. in my
things are
opinion.
gonna
I'm not
pop
doing
off.
that.
Just a
I'm not-
preseason.
I'm not giving
Just a
anyone
preseason.
because Chelsea fans, United fans, City fans, Liverpool fans, Tottenham fans, nobody gave Arteta any kind of preseason.
No, but you guys were not
doubt.
signing. You guys were not signing.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All I'm saying is,
You guys were
all I'm
signing
saying is- all I'm
Frederick
saying is-
Suarez.
Nah,
Sujinani.
listen. All I'm saying
Of course,
is,
even with preseason, they do nothing, man.
all I'm saying is,
Yeah.
if he finishes 10th, that's his first finishing position because
Which is
according to
sawa.
everybody else.
Yeah, go sawa.
Sawa.
No,
That's what
we
I'm
we can't. It's our.
Let's move to the dead team now.
Oh, Liverpool is dead. There's no recovery.
So, Revo, let's have a meeting maybe next week where we discuss the angles of the slap. Me, Kiari, maybe the positioning, the height, and everything.
You're also slapping Eric, right?
Yeah,
We need to, like,
Eric did
practice.
want to, yeah. Huh?
Can practice with name.
Excuse me?
I'm gonna need
For just
two
being a-
because I'm slapping two guys. So you two.
It's our.
So you two. Somehow Kiari left Bottle Top telling me that he still thinks they will finish above us after 19 points. At that time, to be fair to him,
No,
it was
funny. He told me
16.
something different.
Did he? What did he say? Snitch, bro. We're all snitches here, bro.
Not me.
He told me.
Ah.
Ongoja Isaka arudi.
Ati nani?
Ongoja Isaka arudi. Tunaua.
Isaac.
Yeah.
For Newcastle.
What does Isaac have to do with
Oh, by the way, he
anything?
came back and scored.
launching.
He
He
scored a
said
game.
that
He scored.
January 31st. He's making an announcement. He said he's not suffering.
Has he,
That's what he said.
Yes.
he's recruited you. Well, I mean, if he's done it once, he can do it again.
I mean, yeah.
We're not, yeah, he has
No,
it. He has it in his
he
law.
has a track record.
Like, he has that in him, not
Yes.
the guy with Mrs. Okay.
What?
I don't know what he was trying to get at. We'll just let that slide away. Has he recruited you for the announcement video? No? Okay, maybe he has his own guys. You know, Kina Jane Diggs and guys. Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Man.
Nah, you think we're gonna accept
Some
him as a Newcastle fan?
transfer rumors
the
or
best
what?
part
What's
about
going
it,
on
right?
here, bro?
He's gonna show up here with newly purchased Newcastle apparel from Newcastle.
Yeah.
From-
He's gonna spend like 150
It's St.
pounds.
James'
It's
Park.
actually done.
Huh?
It's already done.
Yeah.
No,
Hey,
but
then
this
hey,
slap
sometimes you
has
drop
to be
the bombshell,
televised, bro.
So is he gonna try and change the bet to if Newcastle finish above Arsenal? Because that's a much better chance
Yeah,
for him.
we'll see. I can't speak for him, but I can speak of him.
Ashkuru Sana, but wow, guys. Like, the myth is real. That shit for 7 years, and then he needs to refresh it by moving to another club. That's how he refreshes it, just gets a new computer.
So with Liverpool, there were stories today about some Qatari investment.
There were stories 2 months ago about this. Huh?
I think it's picking up the last couple of days.
Yeah, apparently they
Nice.
have a budget of 300 M to spend on transfers.
Yeah, but the thing
I
is,
saw
I
something
don't,
like that.
I don't trust Klopp to buy the right players.
You think he's kind of lost
I
it?
think he's lost it, and I think out of his last couple of windows, he's just bought maybe just 2 good players out of like maybe 6 or 7.
Let's look at them. It's just
Jota,
Cameron Diaz.
Success.
Jota, not success. in my
Jota
opinion.
success.
What's the other guy? Luis Diaz. I think.
Luis Diaz
Cameron
success.
Luis Diaz. I mean, has he won anything?
No,
Cavallo, I think a good signing. The kid from Fulham.
I'm looking
Hard
at.
to say now,
Listen,
hard to say
I'm
now.
looking at the impact they've
Could
had
just
on
end
the
up being
team.
a Curtis Jones, bro.
I'm looking at the impact the players he signed on the team.
Luis Diaz and Jota have had big impacts on the
Yes,
team.
Luis. I mean, Jota. Did he win the league? No, he didn't.
No.
he didn't. He helped them. He helped Man City win the league by motivating them. Good motivational speaker. But Luis Diaz, Jota. I think they've been successful in the sense that they helped them win the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and also helped push for a league title. So they're not failures. Whereas
Fabinho.
Darwin Núñez.
He also signed Fabinho.
Yeah, Fabinho's
Success.
is a successful signing.
Thiago.
No, but recently.
say Thiago is a
no,
success?
In the last
Success.
2 years. In the last 2 years.
No, but he's saying he doesn't trust him with signings.
I don't trust him
He
now.
said in the
At
last
all.
2 years.
Yeah,
The last 2 years.
Yeah. Like in
Also,
the
I'm saying.
summer,
Also, we're saying he's kind of
January.
lost it.
Konate.
The early signings, I think, is also underwhelming.
Yeah,
The early signings.
Kanzu, bro.
No, it was Gomez.
Yeah, it
It
happens.
was Gomez.
Yeah. The agenda, like.
By Welbeck, yeah.
Wow. Anybody to Kanzu, bro.
His early seasons,
Yeah.
every single player he was buying was just bang on. Salah, Mane, like every
Yeah,
like
Robertson,
Robertson,
it was even
Van Dijk,
a diamond in the rough.
Van Dijk. Like he knew, it wasn't a guesswork. He knew.
Milner also. The
Allison.
Yeah, like he was bang on. Nowadays, and he had less money then. Think about it.
True.
He has
He's
more
doing-
money now, and he's making. It's kind of sus.
Wait, do you guys also feel like FSG hasn't really given him the funds?
I don't think
to,
so. I don't think
to
so.
refresh that
Comparing-
midfield.
no.
That midfield especially.
He had money. He went for Gakpo. Why not buy a midfielder?
Because you'd have to add
Gakpo.
100
Because
million
Gakpo
for
ni
that,
nini?
bro. You'd have to 100. The midfielder they want is Jude Bellingham.
No, there's so many. Kaisodo would have been who would have made a difference in this
I
team.
hear you.
There's
I
so
hear
many.
You, I hear you, Saddam. Wow, it's
There's so
it's
many.
weird when Saddam makes an actual
It's a bit
valid
odd. I don't know
point.
what to do with my hands. So I'm just like,
Pigma coffee,
But yeah,
I guess.
even I don't think
No,
Nunes
I
was
love
that
the growth
necessary.
for you, man. Mashallah.
No, I was called Dandite on TikTok. I've never been because we see Dandite Tera.
No worries.
Even
no,
as-
I'm
Turning
happy
a
for
new
you, man.
leaf.
No, you know what?
Even as that
why I
athletic
rate it-
subscription going on now.
He's got it. Nice, bro. Good
Not
for you,
UAE.
man. Not UAE. Okay. But I like it for you, man. Well, you've been consistent ever since. Ever since you said you'd be consistent. But okay, so let's get into the mid-off. Combined 11.
Astaghfirullah.
Alisson.
Astaghfirullah, Nini, bro.
Alisson versus Kepa.
Yeah, Alisson.
Alisson is still the best keeper in the world.
After Ramsdale.
Nope. But
Ramsdale has never passed the ball to
shut up.
Matheus Nunes, bro.
Shut up.
Directly, bro.
Right
He's
back.
never done
Oh
that.
my god, right back cannot be Trent. Who is playing for Chelsea right back? Weka to Yapo. I don't even know. I don't know. I honestly don't know, but Weka. Is it Azpilicueta?
We can put him.
Can we base it
Aspi
off?
didn't start, but Mweke. Aspi didn't start game ya juicy, but please, mtoe sub, put him. Oh, we can even play Jorginho there. Weka Jorginho right back.
Wait.
Jorginho right
Let me get the last starting 11 for Liverpool.
Holy crap.
And the last, you get the last starting 11 for Chelsea. So.
So,
All right, hold on.
these
Hold
guys
on.
drank these goals, man. 3-0.
You're for Chelsea.
One's for Liverpool.
Oh yeah. Okay. So. Never mind.
Yeah, so Alisson.
Oh, definitely Alisson.
Yeah, there's no.
So
one
right
to
back, who's playing for Chelsea?
Chalobah.
Oh, Weka Chalobah. Wallahi, Weka Chalobah, Mr. 3 times 3 is equal to 6.
He had a 3.5 rating. 3.5 rating.
Weka Chalobah.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's out of 5. It's out of 5. It's out of 5.
Chalobah. Any argument there?
No.
Okay.
I'm good. What about right centre back Thiago Silva?
Thiago Silva, easy.
Who's the right centre back there?
Matip.
It was Matip. He's the one who actually gave the pass to the third goal.
Then
I think,
again,
or
it's
the
tough.
second.
It's Gomez and Matip. But yeah, Liverpool.
I'm choosing Thiago Silva Biadiashile.
Weka wallahi.
Wallahi weka.
Yeah.
Hapa ni Konate Matip.
Konate Matip.
Yeah, no.
Weka Biadashile. Biadashile has played one game, we're putting him, bro.
One is
They even
bullying.
changed the centre back. Wakaleta mwingine akavalishwa kanzu as they concede the third goal. Like that's ridiculous. So left back,
Between Robertson and
Lewis Hall.
Robertson.
Let's be serious.
Let's be serious.
That's a midfield 3, right?
Yeah.
No, it's a midfield 4, bro. So here, it's a 4-2-3-1.
A holding midfielder.
Two holding midfielders. Because let's just go with the central midfielders as the holding midfielders.
Fabinho and
It's either Jorginho, Conor Gallagher,
Astaghfirullah.
This
Weka
is
Okando.
horrible, bro.
Thiago. What is that?
Fabinho.
Oh, Oxlade Chamberlain was playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fabinho Thiago. Gallagher is not getting
These
into
guys
this
had
team. I'm sorry.
Keita played 68 minutes.
Hata
Hendo
Keita.
played 69 minutes.
Keita Hendo weka nje. There's nothing.
Weka
hakuna
nje,
kitu.
weka nje.
I'm choosing Keita, bro.
Yeah, two holding midfielders. So
So,
Thiago and Fabinho.
Thiago
Yeah, I think
Silva.
I'm gonna go-
No, Thiago.
Thiago and Fabinho.
Alcantara and Jorginho.
Nah.
Nah.
Fabinho.
Fabinho.
Jorginho is
Yeah.
ass, bro.
So then who? What?
So
These guys
attacking-
were
He's
struggling.
a
Attacking,
really ass
attacking midfielder.
Wallahi, fucking cheeks,
Attacking midfielders. No, Mount. Fuck Mount.
Holy
Come
crap,
Mount.
this is so bad.
Mount, Chukwemeka, na Ziyech.
Ziyech.
Chukwemeka played really well.
He actually got the lowest out of the 3.
Eye test.
Yeah, that's-
Who's
You know, it's
attacking midfielders?
it's actually not too late for Mount to go back.
No,
to
no, no,
uni,
no.
You know, it's not too late, bro.
Well, how old
Yeah,
is
yeah,
he?
yeah.
24, man. He can do like a diploma.
You can make him start rapping. White boys are rapping nowadays. They're rapping well.
And they're doing really well. I've seen that guy on.
I know. I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him, but I like him.
Yeah, you're right. All right, so I think I'm just gonna go Ziyech. And who's the other one? Oxlade Chamberlain for the heritage.
Nah.
Weka Chamberlain, bro.
Weka Chamberlain, bro.
Weka
40
Chambo.
million, bro. He's the most expensive one out of them.
Weka Chambo.
Saka Chamber.
And then now the striker.
Salah.
Definitely not.
Dead
Cody.
Salah and Gakpo.
Not Kudi.
Simple Salah.
Cody looks like that.
Salah.
Yeah, Salah.
Cody looks like that guy, the light-skinned comedian from the UK. What's his name?
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll make skits.
Yes, hilarious. on
Yeah.
TikTok.
Wait, so we have it's 4, 2 holding midfielders, and we're supposed to have 3 midfielders.
Three midfielders, 3 attacking midfielders, and a
Who
striker.
were the 3 attacking midfielders?
Ziyech, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Chukwuemeka.
Oof.
Tough.
That team could beat Liverpool.
Wow, this looks like, Gopali kickoff won't work on this game. It's going to be 0-0. Hakuna mabao. Mtangoja mabao hadi 5. Mtaona mabao.
Now, but prediction, seriously, I think it's going to be 2-2.
Seriously? I see like a very low scoring game.
I think
1-1.
if Mudryk versus Trent,
Mudryk starts, yeah, for sure.
it's going to be an easy Chelsea win.
That's true, by the way. We can pick Mudryk instead of Chukwuemeka.
Weka, because yes.
Pick Mudryk and then Mount attack. No. Oxlade-Chamberlain attacking midfield.
Yeah.
I'll have to take a Trent on the opposing right back just in case. We don't know what it is, but we'll just put that.
All right, so those are our combined 11s for not only the Arsenal-Man United game, but also the Liverpool-Chelsea game. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Give us your combined 11s. We'd love to hear them. And give us your predictions as well for the big game. Forget the mid-off. We don't give a
Chelsea
shit about
fans are
that.
pissed right now. Hey, it is what it is, man.
Wanna dislike it?
It's business. It's business.
The battle for
It's
Europa
business.
League.
Battle for Europa Conference League. If they're not careful, bro. Fulham. Let's look at the league table. Can we recap the league table right now? Hold on.
I think Brighton and Fulham above them.
Exactly. So that's why you can't say Europa League now. So right now, Arsenal top, Man City second, Newcastle 3, Man United 4th, Tottenham 5th, Fulham 6th,
Brighton 7th.
Brighton 7th,
Chelsea.
Brentford
Oh, really?
8th, Liverpool 9th.
Chelsea 10th.
Liverpool have the same goal difference as Brentford, 34, 32.
Yeah, also our goal defense Pro 4, it's sus.
Oh, never
insane.
mind. Sorry.
Everyone is on 20 something, we're on 8.
Yeah, you guys are the odd one out, man.
28, man.
And then you guys are title contenders somehow, bro.
No,
Who said that?
No,
You guys are not title contenders?
we
Nobody
are
said that.
points wise. But we won't get to goal difference.
Squad-wise, we're not.
You're winning by 5 points.
No, just 2.
Just 2. So, thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week. Remember, we're going to be at the Bottle Top as well. So, catch us there at Mudangari Gardens. And yeah, man, looking forward to it. We'll see you.